It's connecting. So here we are. So hello everybody and welcome to another Open Web Sandbox AMA. Today is quite a special edition because we're going to have two guests. The first guest is Nearity, and we are going to have a workshop with him for infographics, how to make beautiful and effective infographics. And after that, we will have Claudio from Meta Pool, and we're going to have a Q&A with him for the upcoming IDO on Skyward Finance. So without further ado, I suggest we start the infographic workshop with Nearity, but first I'll say just a few words on, for those that might not be familiar with Nearity. So Nearity is a project that focuses on delivering news and updates from the Near protocol space and focuses on delivering content in a very simple and concise way through infographics and design. So it uses graphic designs and infographics to explain like complex concepts and has done like a really amazing job in spreading knowledge and awareness in the Near ecosystem. So like infographics are extremely useful in marketing since like we are more prone to remember things when we're aided by images other than text. So learning how to make infographics is a very powerful asset for everybody working in marketing. And people might think, okay, but infographics seem pretty straightforward to do, like we don't need a workshop for that. Well, you're quite wrong, because infographics are really difficult to make, at least effective infographics. Because when we look at them, we think that since we are so easy to consume for us, when they're well made, of course, we have the impression that they're very easy to make, but it's indeed very hard. So we are going to learn together with Nearity how to make a very good infographic. So the floor is yours, Nearity.
Yeah, hi guys. It's the first time I give you nice tip and the vodka for environment to the sharing my knowledge and experience in graphics. Yeah, now I sharing my screen. Yeah, I introduce myself. Some I'm from Nearity with my role a researcher, and I will have some formula general formula for people or anyone to approach the graphic design to make something in the Twitter or another social media to uh, start a graphic or a content in Twitter. Just general, I want to say with a community that it's so simple to start it, and people can start by step. We gather and own material before the prepares material to buy time and feel the near protocol movement and development in the future. So um, yeah, so with knowledge in blockchain or knowledge in cryptocurrency, uh, everyone to find out the story that we want to telling, and so we form the wireframe, and then we forming the wireframe layout of graphic that want to telling with community of another people or the with the holder with the interpreter and find out we have to find out the wireframe layout for graphics, yeah, and then we do it in AI, Adobe Illustrator or Canva, You see, Canva so easy to start. uh, with the layout, we on graphic material. So to before we start a graphic, we have to use the story to start, right? And so we for example, we have some is this state of near protocol is so a state that ecosystem of near protocol. We have some many partnership, right? And many early with some project zone to near ecosystem, and so we have to some the layout in partnership, right? And we we prepare it for some material. We follow the near protocol or the project on near protocol and get new from the project, and we we prepare a partnership listing, and then we have a line out of a partnership or any news in when we have a resource or material to have information or have urgent news or have the news about the expand of new protocol. We have we have two, and uh, we have made a layout for partnership or anything like that. Yeah, I have an example for the basic layout like partnership, right? Sorry, mm, you can see my sharing screen, default, and hello.
We can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. When we yeah, we have to. It is so easy to start a layout like partnership news. The first we prepare the um, graphics prepare. I have example for prepare, right? Yeah, we have to prepare some vector and element for infographic, right? We have the the first we have the background for it, the basic background or some background we can change it when that we want. It the first vector and element, so surely it a background. And because the story of this layout is the partnership of near another project, we have to a vector like that. Yeah, the vector one vector, right, and one vector. Yeah, so we just need customize the title and customize the image to we have a layout for any news about partnership. It's easy to start it. And we how to and when we find out the partnership layout, so we just prepare the background, right? uh, Better mm, background, some background, mm, right? And a vector for uh, for few links logo in my and so then yeah, we just prepare vector like some background for partnership. Yeah. So when near and when near protocol has anything partnership or new expand the project. We easy to publish the the graphic to the media. Yeah, so easy, right? And I just forgot that people can do is Canva and it's all star. And with another layout, we can find out the layout of we want to telling story that community want to hear, and stories that need protocol to expand to the world, and the layout, and so find out forming the wireframe of graphic, right? And some we just mm, and we do it in Canva. Yeah, uh, people don't care about how it's don't care about how it's beautiful or bad graphic or bad vector. We can choose any vector in in color in Canva with a frame, right? A support frame. Yeah, we easy to find out the uh, um the vector like that, right? Yeah, right, right. Yeah, yeah. It's so easy to study, and it is assemble for basic information, basic layout for start new in Twitter. Yeah, mm, it is same with basic layout partnership new, and with magic graphic or with graphic of detail project. We have the same general formal. I, we have the same flow, gather on material, find out the kind of the story want to telling, visualize and do it in graphic by wireframe idea or directly to final graphic. Yeah, um, easy with magic graphic you have some prepare some mm, bar chart, right? Or line chart, right? This is so many better free for me. We start it, right? Yeah, right. The Canva have many the better for people start it, which we have the data for visualize. Yeah, I just forgot to partnership layout for basis, and with the layout about detailed project, we also gather information on project through website, white paper, medium, doc, GitHub, like that, and we 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 have the same flow, gather information and on innovation, and find out the kind of story that want to telling and visualize it. Yeah. So when we have yeah, when we with the layout about project, we have some email like that, and what is protocol or what is project, right? So how project or protocol work, right? And some information like that, highlight on the project or token magic or hello or vector, vector, like that. It is example for like our about detail project, right? And so we have to choose layout, right? Which layout in graphic we have one, uh, yeah, we have two. Wait me, we have yeah, we have one, two, three, four, five, six information in a graphic, right? So we gather and mm, we separate it in the layout about detail graphic of a project. We can choose the layout for it, right? One. Yeah, yeah. With the number of graphic we can choose the right layout for it. This is a hazard for information. Yeah. Uh, okay, one, right, two. Yeah. When we finish gather the information and gather the choose the layout for project detail, and so we uh, arrange the information to fill the to fill the frame of the layout. Yeah. Mm, so I think I believe that with a graphic relate, related with the knowledge in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, or near protocol. Yeah, I think people or community, we just start it and start a basic layout or basic graphic. It might be good or bad. We still start it and we can do, and we can many flow another flow to innovation. mm, and we try to improve time by time. Yeah, we don't we don't care about bad or good graphic. We should study social media or something like that, right? And we just start it in basic the knowledge and basic experience and basic story to tell it with community and tell it with people. It's so easy with Canva, and it's so easy to find out the layout that we want to express the knowledge that we feel to with community. Yeah, maybe I just have something for community like that. I just finished my my talking, Devo. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Nearity, for your presentation on how to make infographics. I think what we figured is that preparation and clarity of what you want to share is really important with starting to do. Um, so let's see if someone has any questions, or Nastik, feel free to ask any questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you can see on the chat, Francisco asked Unarity if you have Canva Pro, or you can do it in basic mode of Canva.
Basic one. You have Canva Pro. Sorry. You have a question for me.
Yes, Nastik just asked your question. Maybe you can repeat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we heard the answer. So if we understood correctly, we can use only basic Canva for this. We don't need Pro mode, right?
Sorry, I can hear your voice, Nasty. I wanted to make sure your meaning is that you have a question for me. Can you repeat it again?
Okay, we have.
Yes,
Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
No,
So for this, for infographics,
so we have a question from from our public. So maybe we share this with you. You should be able to see that one. So where do you
Yes,
search inspiration for your work?
yeah, thank you. Your testing. I think I really really near protocol to expand in the future, and so it's made me and my team to research and find out the inside of Near protocol and how Near protocol will expand in the future. And from that, we have expression to do my work. Is that it? Yeah. I think the basic things that me and my team do is that I really believe the and understand the movement of new protocol, and so we just tell the church with community by graphic and content. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Nearity, for your presentation and for coming here. And now it should be the time to have our Q&A with Claudio. Though Claudio is still
Yes. So
not among us, so
Yeah.
we're
Thank you so much.
so I guess what are we going to do if Claudio is not coming? We can. Oh, here it is.
oh, nice.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
So Claudio,
Sorry
Hey,
about
hi
the
Claudio.
delay. I was having some issues here. There's a
oh,
little bit of a background noise, but then that's what you got when you have a 3-year-old kid. So apologies for that in advance. How's everybody?
we're good. How are you, Claudio?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. I wish the situation was a little bit better. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
So maybe meanwhile I could introduce briefly Claudio. He has been a tech for many years, and this year he joined Near, and he built Meta Pool and Near Hispano Guild. So recently, Meta Pool announced that they will set up the initial distribution offering on Skyward. And what this Meta Pool is? So Meta Pool is liquid staking solution for Near protocol backed by community staking providers. So this protocol let users stake their Near, and they're receiving a liquid, a standard token that they can use to participate on different variety of on-chain activities, for example, lending. So in Skyward Finance, it's another mechanism for initial price discovery and token distribution that is based on streaming time auctions that are accessible to general public in a decentralized way, and also they're like being resistant to front running, to price manipulations, and also to Sibyl attacks. And finally, what is initial distribution offering? So it's a model that allows everyone to participate in Meta Pool protocol, and it letting to determine to market in a free way the value of protocol. So now, Claudio.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nastik. Really appreciate it. It's been a crazy few hours right now. And I wish I could come in with better news. So we just launched a tweet right now. We were talking late last night with the development team on the Skyward and our development team, and it seems we're having some issues regarding the deposit and the withdrawal of ST-Near on the IDO platform, which is Skyward. Just to give you a little bit of background. So right now, ST-Near is an NEP 141 token, and what it is it is a fungible token, right? So you can transact 0.1, 0.001 ST-Near. Then this requires a little bit more of a gas fees in order to transact the token. And so there's been a couple of users that have been reporting some issues regarding depositing and withdrawing the STNIR from the Skyward smart contract. So right now we're trying to solve this issue, but for the moment we're gonna have to pause it, or we're and this is the thing about permissionless and what we're doing here in the Near protocol is we've launched the IDO, the platform is there, the smart contract there is there, it's permissionless, so anybody can deposit STNIR, but right now we are asking people in the community to not deposit any STNIR for now. We will relaunch the IDO. We're gonna try hard to solve the problem, but rather than making it bigger and for people to continue depositing, we're asking people to stop that for now. We will try hard to solve the issue right now that we're having, but if not, we will have to relaunch the IDO as soon as possible, right? So I wish I came with better news and more excited than to have this message shared with the community right now. But I have to be totally transparent here. I do not want, and also just for clarity's sake, no tokens are exposed or no tokens will be lost. So rest assured that the STNIR will be returned to the rightful owners, token holders. So anyhow, Nastik, a little bit of an alpha for everybody. So I reckon it's not good news, but at the end of the day, this is what we sign up for, right? So we're testing as we go. This is the frontier, right? Sometimes things go good, and sometimes things, like anything in software, don't go your way, right? And so at this moment, things are not going our way. But at the end of the day, we have peace of mind because no tokens are being exposed, right? So it's not a hack. It's not, you're not gonna lose your tokens. They're gonna return back to. We're gonna return all the STNIR back to you guys. So rest assured that no tokens are being exposed right now. It's just the transaction fees from smart contract from the STNIR smart contract to the Skyward smart contract are having some issues right now, and it's just one gas fee. So right now, if you want to deposit to Skyward, you have to pay five gas fees. I don't know what's the yeah. So you have T gas. So you have to pay 5 T gas. There's a limit right now for the FT transfer. And right now Meta Pool requires 6. So we're at it's a little bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, that's how software is built, and you have to take it. You have to take in the good with the bad, right? And this is we're learning as we go. But anyhow,
Yeah.
so we were excited about the IDO. We're still excited about it. We're still excited about Skyward. And it was the first NEP 141 token to be used in Skyward, so it's also new for them as well. So it's been quite a ride this last couple of 5 or 6 hours. A lot of people not getting a lot of sleep, but this is part of building, right? Still exciting times. Just so everybody knows, so we're putting an IDO, and one of the objectives of this is basically to fund other projects. All of the funding from the IDO is going to go to launch programs for launchpads such as Skyward, Nearpad, and other launchpads on the Near protocol, and incentivize those programs or those launchpads to use STNIR as the token of exchange, right? Right now we face some issues with Skyward. I believe that both teams have the capacity to solve this issue, and we have we have pinpointed the issue. So we will be working on that in the next few days. And hopefully we can solve it and we can continue with the IDO as planned. As you know, the sale date is going to be the 15th to the 17th of December. So we shouldn't have any. We're still on time, right? for now is yes, Julian. This has nothing to do with the staking platform. This is an issue with the Launchpad, with the IDO platform. So rest assured, like I told you, no tokens are exposed either on the staking platform and also on the Launchpad. So there's no attack vector here. The problem is the transaction fees are not aligned between smart contracts. So that means that some transactions are allowed and some transactions are not allowed. So it's not the problem is intermediate. So sometimes it will let you deposit, sometimes it won't. And the problem is that you cannot withdraw from the IDO smart contract. So that's something that we need to solve. And the team is right now working on that. So hopefully I've answered that question. And so the idea here with the IDO was basically funding programs. Right now, with the current transaction fees that we charge for the liquid on staking, right now we're able to pay for most of the operation costs, if you wanna say so. And so, but we understood that we're gonna be short to launch aggressive programs for Meta Pool to start its expansion. So that's why we launched the IDO. As you know, many of you have gotten exposure to Meta tokens through the community launch. So that was something that we were really excited about. But one of the problems with that is that at the end of the day, right now, a lot of the people in the Near community are not staking on the protocol. And in order for us to launch the DAO, we needed to distribute as much governance tokens as we can. So when the DAO is ready, the voting process or the governance process can work more on a more decentralized manner. Right now, we know that there's a couple of people holding a good amounts of Meta tokens, and this also, just for clarity's sake, Lucio and myself and the team, we're on a vesting, we're on a lockup contract. So our Meta tokens will not be unlocked until 12 months from November 23rd. So that means that on November 23rd, 2022, the vesting period for the team is happening, and also for some of the seed investors. And this leaves out more than 12, well, right now 11 months of the distribution of the governance tokens not being truly decentralized. So that's why we launched the IDO. We're putting 28 million extra tokens out there on the market for people to be exposed to it without having to stake or provide liquidity to the Meta Pool protocol. And we believe that this is a good way to distribute as evenly as possible, and also give the Near community a chance to get exposed to the governance token without participating to the protocol. So, Nastik, Devoshka, do you have any questions or comments that you want to share? Or is there any questions from the community as well?
Yes, thank you, Claudia, so much. And I totally agree with you. Sometimes when you explore something new, it's part of trials and mistakes. But I wish you good luck with the launch. And I think we have some questions in our Q&A section.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a question for Claudio. What are the long-term partnership plans for Meta Pool?
Yeah, so we right now one of the biggest partnerships we have is with the OIN Finance. Let me put here the link. So OIN Finance is a stablecoin issuing platform, and they just launched their B3 DAO platform on the Near protocol. And so let me put the link here. Where's the chat? Here it is. And so ON Finance, they're gonna launch they're in a private beta right now, and so they're gonna be the only so they're stablecoin platform, and in order for you to mint on the Near protocol, they're gonna be accepting ST Near as collateral, and so that's one of the biggest partnerships we have going right now. We're really excited about it because with this, OIN Finance will bring a digital asset that is really important for the DeFi ecosystem on Near, which is a stablecoin, a native stablecoin. Right now, through Aurora, we have support for ERC20 tokens such as USDC, USDT, DAI as well, but those are wrapped stablecoins. And with OIN Finance, we will bring in a native stablecoin to the Near protocol. So that's really exciting. We're really excited to partner with them. ST Near is going to be the only digital asset collateral that you can use on OIN Finance. So we're really excited about that. Later on, so one of the things about doing the IDO as well was to understand and go through a price discovery process for the Meta token. This means that we will let the community and the market decide what should the price of Meta is. With this, it will allow us to display the APY on our partner platforms and also on the Meta Pool platform itself. And with this, we can also launch some really aggressive programs with AMMs and DEXs on Near. So we can incentivize pools that are using ST Near as a pair for farms and incentivize it with meta tokens, governance tokens, because at the end of the day, if you are contributing to the protocol, we believe that you should be compensated through governance tokens, because at the end of the day, you are allowing the protocol to grow. You are allowing more flow of capital or more flow of digital capital to flow through the different ecosystem. And so I believe that that's something really important. So those are some of the partnerships that we're looking forward to launch after the IDO. So hopefully we're still going to be on time. So it's going to be just around the Christmas, New Year's Eve week. If everything goes to plan, then we should be launching some good farms on Ref, which is going to be the Octopus ST Near pair, and also the Meta ST Near pair farm on Ref Finance. So those are some of the farms that are coming up the ranks.
Right. So I love about Meta Pool, like its approach to giving back to the community and to include it with governance. I think it's the basis of decentralization, and I think it's really important. I love that. So, are there any other questions?
Yeah, I saw one from Basilia, and to second that, yes, that's and I think we went straight to the bad news, and I didn't really explain a lot about Meta Pool. Sorry about that, everyone. So one of the things regarding Meta Pool and what drives us every day is we're putting Near token holders front and center. Why we're building Meta Pool is because our objective is to allow the more than 400 million Near tokens that are being staked right now in the different validator nodes to flow back to the ecosystem through a liquid token. And this, you might say, well, you're kind of taking from the Near validators the tokens and then redistributing them again. And this is really important. This is a part of decentralization, right? So right now, as you know, the top 10 validator nodes are accruing most of the Near tokens that are being staked, and this does not help decentralization, and this does not help Near provide a good Nakamoto coefficient. The Nakamoto coefficient means for proof of stake platforms, it means that if most of the tokens are being held by the top 10 validator nodes, if an attack goes to the network, and 3 of those validators go down, the whole network goes down. So it's sensible for attack. So by distributing in the more than 51 validator nodes that currently Meta Pool is distributing its stake, you are basically helping decentralize the platform. Even if the Meta Pool smart contract gets attacked and goes down, it doesn't matter because the Near tokens have already been distributed, and we can come up with different bots, and all the code behind the Meta Pool contract is open source, so we can spun up any new contracts and for those tokens to be distributed again. So that's how we're helping decentralize the network as well, and more importantly, help new validators that are coming to the network get more retail exposure. That means that when each and every one of you is staking on Meta Pool, you're basically helping new validator nodes accrue more Near tokens, and also help strengthen those validator nodes. And that's a direct result of also helping decentralize the network as well. So that's one. Just wanted to follow up on the decentralization part that you touched base there, Devoshka. I think that's super important. That should be always one of the first things when you're interacting with any dApp on the Near ecosystem. You should always be asking yourself: is how am I helping decentralize the network, right? One way or another. And of course, allowing the transactions to flow to the different dApps, that by itself, you're helping decentralize the network. And so that's something really important. And just to follow up on the question from Basilia, inspiration for work. So definitely there's been a couple of things that I've been reading as of lately. For example, right now I'm reading the book from one of the founders from Square, which is called the Innovation Stack, I think it's called. Hold on a second. I'm bringing the book now. Yes, it's Innovation Stack, and that's a really good. And the author is Jim. It's Jim McKelvey. So I'm sorry if I'm gonna drop here like an Amazon link. It doesn't have any referral link, so don't worry about it. I'm not gonna get any money for this. But I believe this is a really good story around how an incumbent can go into a really mature market and disrupt it. So there were some questions here. Sorry about it. About the possibilities for DeFi gens, people can think they're seeing. Yes, okay. So I'll go into that, Shreyas, as well. So, and just want to finish the question with about inspiration. So it's a lot of books lately. And of course Twitter. To be honest, there's like a couple of. I know there's a lot of noise in Twitter, but there's let me drop some links here for you guys. And I've not been doing this quite lately, being quite disconnected, but I found some really good ones that I believe everybody should read. And this, I think Balaji Srinivasan, Balaji, I think everybody knows him. I think he drops some really good nuggets every now and then. I know he's quite controversial as well. You don't have to agree with everybody, but sometimes some of the stuff that they drop is really important for you to understand where's the next bounce of the ball. And so Twitter is one of them. I get a lot of inspiration there. I have a couple of lists as well, and then I just go there, browse through it, and that's how. And reading and then picking brains is how I get my inspiration. So going to Shreya's questions. Okay, so possibilities for DeFi gens. So there's going to be a couple of them coming up the ranks, and that's why the IDO was really important for us. Right now, if we don't have any price discovery for Meta, it's really difficult for us to display an APY. And for degens, APY is kind of their light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's what guides them and to go to the different platforms or farm. And so that's why we're doing the IDO, and that's one of the main things driving us to do the price discovery. So definitely when the NUSDO, which is going to be the stable coin that OIN Finance is going to mint, there's going to be some farms on ref, and then we will work with the Aurora team to see if we can bridge the NUSDO to the different dexes that are launching on Aurora as well. So there's going to be some great opportunities there to get some yields. And also part of this, the IDO, and to have the price of Meta, is to also to put some really aggressive incentives programs around the different DEXs and AMMs that are going to be supporting NUSDO, because at the end of the day, it's all linked, right? So in order for you to mint NUSDO, you have to stake on Meta Pool to get the liquid token ST-Near, right? So it's just a chain that is really that is intertwined, of course, that we need to incentivize. So there's going to be a lot of things going on, but the first thing is staking on Meta Pool, right? That's the first and foremost. That's kind of like where everything starts, and that's where we see an opportunity for Meta Pool, or sorry, to ST-Near to be the 2x4, or to be the basic token for DeFi in Near. So hopefully I answered that question. And when will the IDO start? The IDO will start on the 15th of December. So we're still early. We still have a week to go. Hopefully we put our heads together and we solve the issue right now that we have with the IDO platform. We can launch it on time. But yeah, so it's gonna be really, really interesting. Does it mean that currently leading validators will lose quite some power? Yes, Sophia. Yes, they will. Some of them will lose a little bit of their power, but that's part of decentralization, right? that's if and validators should know this as well, right? I know they have a business model behind it, but at the end of the day, it does not have to come at the cost of decentralization. That we need to be totally aligned on that one, because if we are not aligned on that one, that means that you're not a good actor in the ecosystem. That means that you're not providing, or you're not following the ethos that we are providing as well. And this is a thing with also understanding why we're distributing as much Meta as we can, because we also want Meta Pool to be a decentralized protocol. And in order for us to do that, we need to distribute as much governance tokens as we can, right? So that's part of doing the IDO. That's part of also creating some farms regarding using the Meta token, even though that's not the intended use of the token. For the moment, we're not able to do token voting through AstroDAO, so that's coming. That's something we're collaborating with the Astro team. And it's not that the protocol does not support it. It is that the UI is not ready. The front end is not ready. There's not a user interface for it right now. You can do token voting, but you have to do it with the command line interface. And I reckon it's not the best use of end users' time to go into the command line and start interacting with the contract itself. So we're collaborating in that sense with the AstroDAO team. So Deboshka, Nastik, do you have any questions or comments?
No, I think we covered a lot about what Meta Pool is doing and what's coming, and that's really exciting. Especially the partnership with OIN Finance sounds very good, and I really love like what Meta Pool is doing and its incentives and the reasons that the reasons behind all that you're doing. So I'm just really excited about the IDO and what is coming, and I wish that you will solve all the issues. These things happen all the time, so it's not a big deal. I'm sure that the Skyward team and your team will figure it out with no problems. So thank you very much for coming here with us, Claudio, and sharing with us all these news about Meta Pool.
Yeah, definitely. It's exciting times, right? And I was talking early in the morning with the team, right? Like, hey guys, it's like nobody's gonna die and nobody's gonna get eaten, right? So let's just stay frosty. This is software. This happens, and let's just be. Hey, Nearity, you want to add something? Okay, cool. So definitely it's all about it, right? That's why everybody's here, right? I know there's the upside, right? There's the upside. Yes, there's an opportunity here to earn something, right? But at the end of the day, it does have a cost, and the cost of innovation and the cost of building something from scratch is that sometimes things will not go your way. And but what I really love about the community and about crypto in itself is transparency, right? Is me being open here in the open web sandbox with the open web sandbox community and say, you know what, things are going sideways. You know what, we made a bad choice, right? We should have chosen Near, right? Because that was the tested one. But we chose ST Near. Hold on a second. Anyhow, so yeah, there's a little bit of bathroom issues, but anyhow, that's happens in every call that I do. So anyhow, it's not gonna be the first time or the last time. So anyhow, Devoshka, Nastik, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I thank you very much for the space. Again, thank you very much all the Near community for supporting us during this difficult times, right? But there's always the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Which is at the end of the day, we're building something that is bigger than us, and every one of us here can be part of that, and that's still exciting, and that's what keeps us up working at the late hours, and just happy to be here and sharing our journey with everyone here.
Yeah. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Claudio,
Claudio.
for joining us. It was great hearing the process of doing these kind of things. So yeah, thank you again, and all best luck for the next IDO launch and the next things coming for Meta Pool.
Yeah, so the IDO still is permissionless, right? The IDO will be there, right?
Yeah.
The only thing right now is for us to solve it. We have confidence that we will, and for the moment, it's like we're gonna just be advising people not to deposit, but then again, we will come back. We will come back bigger and stronger for sure. Thank you very much for the time.
Okay. So thank you, everybody. See you next week for another AMA. Bye bye.
Thank you.